Welcome to our 6th episode. We have rebranded the show from Nitro On The Go to Nitro OD. This is to better reflect our passion and attitude as we update you on all the latest news. Join me now as we overdose on overdrive. This is Nitro On Demand. Welcome once again to Nitro On Demand. In this week's episode, we take a peek at my favorite pocket rocket of the year, a new Lamborghini painted in our favorite colors. But before we get there, the FIM Superbike World Championship Series have restarted after multiple delays caused by the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. One company in particular have been making use of those delays in their pursuit for sheer riding pleasure, and that company is BMW. Time now for your weekly dosage of Nitro Boost. During the 5 months long pause of this year's WSBK season, the new S1000RR saw extensive fine-tuning at the BMW Group Acoustic Wind Tunnel in Munich, Germany. The objective? Further improving on the aerodynamics of not just the machine, but the machine and its rider. As you can see here, the engineers at BMW Motorrad Motorsports worked with a 3D scan model of their WSBK rider, 𝗳𝗍𝗶𝘀. As the old Chinese adage goes, 𝗘𝗽𝗶𝘀， meaning that every single slightest variation from the start of something may result in a massively different ending. With the similar mindset and according to BMW engineers, I quote, aerodynamics play a key role in determining the top speed of a world superbike. Even the smallest of details can make a big difference. The goal is to keep the aerodynamic drag as low as possible. End quote. Over 50 test runs were conducted with this 3D model, with even more testing scheduled for the upcoming months. There was, however, something interesting worth noting, and I'm sure all you WSBK fans would have noticed it immediately. That is not 𝗘𝗶𝗱𝗀's bike. It belongs to his teammate Tom Sykes. It has to be said though, this is an absolutely brilliant use of modern 3D scanning technology. What do you think, Mark?
We try to use the current times as positively as we can. By continuing the development of the S1000RR in superbike configuration. One example we can see here, we have scanned our rider, we have 3D data, and although in this case 𝗳𝗍𝗶𝘀 cannot be physically with us, we have milled him out of a block of foam, and we continue our aerodynamic development here in the BMW wind tunnel in Munich without the riders being present.
That's my dream bike, by the way. Alright, next up on this week's list, we take a closer look at my current favorite pocket rocket of the year. But before that, let's wind back a little. When Toyota released the 2017 model Yaris GR it was an impressive little thing. Packed into this cute little car was a 1.8-liter supercharged engine crunching out 212 horsepower. Now my definition of cute in this context, however, means ugly but adorable. What does GRMN stand for, you ask? It stands for Gazoo Racing. Impressive. Meister of Nürburgring. Right, no further comments. So a couple months back, Toyota released this, the 4th generation Yaris. And what an explosive release it must have been. Not only does it look absolutely fun to play with, it is now powered by a 1.6-liter, 3-cylinder turbocharged engine pumping out 257 horsepower. It's also equipped with a high-performance braking system, and get this, it shoots to 100 kilometers per hour in 5.5 seconds, which makes it faster than the Honda Civic FK8 Type R. Now that is pretty crazy. On top of all that, you get a carbon fiber roof up top to further lower its center of gravity, a sporty twin exhaust system in the back, a 4-wheel drive system that automatically splits power between the front and the back depending on your driving mode. If that isn't enough to replace your Viagra, nothing is. Okay, maybe instead of the magic blue pill or this, something like a Pagani or a Koenigsegg, but you get my point. This new Toyota GR Yaris was not designed for wannabe racer boys. And it doesn't just pack a jab, it packs an unsuspecting uppercut, just like Iron Mike. I digress. What we're supposed to be talking about is this, the all-new Toyota Yaris. Yes. And after being so turned on by that GR version, I'm going to call this one the family edition. Instead of having 2 doors, it has 4. Instead of a wicked power plant, this has a boring but very high-tech hybrid system. Instead of an exciting auto blip stick shift with a matching clutch pedal, this has an electric CVT transmission. Instead of a carbon fiber roof that we spoke of earlier, it has something else. It has what I guess a metal alloy roof. There are also lower grade versions that come with a stick shift mated to a conventional 1.5 or 1 liter petrol engine, but why bother stepping back in time? In my personal opinion, it looks absolutely great, youthful and sporty, honest truth. This package here was not designed for racing or rallying, but for your daily commute or urban living lifestyle. Now there are about 49 billion words introducing this new car, so if you want to get every drop of detail, check it out at 𝗘𝗶𝗶𝗀.nitro.com. The final car we're looking at in this week's segment of Nitro Boost is something we spoke of in episode 1, before it was officially unveiled. Now I'm about 93% certain that the guys over at Lamborghini watched that episode. Why? Because they decided to paint their latest creation in our favorite and official colors, introducing the Essenza SCV12, propelled by the most powerful naturally aspirated V12 engine ever developed by Lamborghini, capable of pushing over 830 horsepower. And it is a track-only hypercar, so don't expect to be seeing this on the roads ever. If you're super rich, then you're too poor to own one. Even if you're hyper rich, you still may not get that phone call because only 40 such units will ever be built. Now there are 7.8 billion people in the world right now. And to be one of the 40 selected owners, yeah, because I'm super good at math, I decided to let Google handle the easy stuff. What the f does that even mean? You need to be in that percentile to potentially own the Essenza SCV12. And if you can't figure out what that number is, then obviously you were not listening in math class. Neither was I. That's a wrap for this week's episode of Nitro Boost. Now before we move on to the next segment, I want to take this opportunity to update you guys that Nitro Show Off, our very own online social network, has just been updated. I also hear that there's an app being built to streamline and properly enhance your experience. But that might just be a rumor. Or is it? That's precisely how easy it is. Grab your cell phone, head over to 𝗘𝗶𝗶𝗀.nitro.com, log in with your Google or Facebook account as a Nitro member, and start showing off. Speaking of show-offs,
I'm in the mood for a switch up. I hit the function, hit the rose till I hiccup. I hit the stage and leave with money that say stick up. She picture perfect, so I told him I'm a flick up. I'm in the mood for a change up. I leave the city and return with my change up. They got amnesia, don't remember how they played us. They wanna knock me down, but somehow I just stay up. Look, straight from the mud like Ruby. Straight to the stage, they love me. I understand they hungry, but please don't hate, that's ugly. I've been sliding, shaking, moving. I've been popping in my city. Shawty say she love the way we do it with me. I be too turned up to ever give a f. I ain't come to argue, let a please, baby. They been talking pennies, I need bigger bucks. About to catch a flight, I need to switch it up. Got that black boy joy, might do my dance on him. Take no disrespect, might put my hands on him. Hit this chicken, now she wanna marry me. But she gon' need some closure and some therapy. Came back to the city with my bank account on F. Giving rappers I know they happy that I left. Hit the south in winter, I just put down my deposit. 82 degrees, I left that jacket in my closet. I'm in the mood for a switch up. I hit the function, hit the rose till I hiccup. I hit the stage and leave with money that say stick up. She picture picture perfect, so I told him I'm a flicker. Bill, I'm in the mood for a change up. I leave the city and return with my change up.
So we've received a fair bit of inquiries on how to get featured. And the answer is simple. Aside from including Nitro hashtag in all your Facebook and Instagram posts, the best way will be to post directly to Nitro Show Off. Sweet shots will then be selected by our crew, who will then slide you a message. That's all the time we've got for you in this week's episode of Nitro On Demand. As always, thank you for spending your time with us. Hong here, peace out.
Hier haben wir das 𝗘𝗽𝗶𝘱 Gewindefahrwerk, wie es auch in dem Audi A3 von der INA verbaut ist, auf der Vorderachse mit der Upside-Down-Technologie, wo man dann die Einstellmöglichkeiten der Zug- und Druckstufe zueinander parallel, individuell, schnell und effektiv dann abstimmen kann. Die Federn entsprechend progressiv gewickelt, sodass ich alltagstauglich als auch sportlich das Fahrzeug nutzen kann.